is Publio. I'm gonna sing a couple of songs to prepare our environment, to prepare our soul for the Spiritist talk tonight. So welcome to our meeting. First of all, I'm gonna sing a song called Vibrate.
It's time to open up your heart. It is time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity.
Now, song to Mother Zephyrina.
Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades from down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my Mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades from down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never
gonna sing a song, Good Old Man. It's about our protector, our mentor, Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the good, receive our praise and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the good, receive our praise and also our heart. Bezerra de Menezes, Apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Love in action. Oh Jesus, here I am, my knees on the floor, to say thank you, my Lord, for the lights that come through this door. Your love is the key to change the entire world. Using these chains wisely, we will live in peace and harmony. Now I understand, helping others is helping myself. Your words now are so crystal clear. Your teachings have in action.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. It's another Tuesday evening, and we are here all together, and we are so happy you are here with us. Um, whenever you are watching this, it might be, tonight, but it might be in retransmitted, on demand. We are happy that you are here. So we welcome you, and like we always do, we want to share some announcements with you as we start. So we ask you to turn off your phone notifications, find a quiet place if possible, so that you can enjoy, you can have the most of this time that we have here together. Our meeting usually goes about 30 minutes presentations, and then we have 10 minutes of questions and answers, and then we move on into our spiritual care. So if you, we welcome everyone to put questions in the chat. And actually, let me take 1 minute today and thank some of the people that are here live with us. It's so nice when we see names that we know and then that we don't know. Some of our old, students and, classmates, and then new people from everywhere. So thank you so much for joining us from the bottom of our hearts. This is really a group effort, and we feel our hearts get really warm when you see you here with us. So a part of the spiritual treatment has the magnetized water. So we would like to ask you to have a little bit of drinkable water. I have my water already here for the spiritual treatment. You can set aside this water that will be magnetized during the spiritual treatment. Our meeting, it's retransmitted on Tuesday by Spiritism Canada, Concavers Continental America, and Spiritism Canada on Facebook and on YouTube, and on Wednesdays by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. And of course, too, we are so happy and we welcome all our Kardec Radio listening friends. We do offer what we call gospel at home, and gospel at home is just a practice that you can establish with your family or by yourself too. Just set same date, same time during the week. That is a special time for you and your friend, to your family, your friends too, to have a reflection around the gospel of Jesus Christ. Short, 10, 15 minutes, but that you can talk about the gospel around your family. It has a lot of benefits, and we can help you get started with that and maintain that. So if you would like, if you're curious about it, you would like more information, let us know. And if you do like help starting and maintaining the gospel at home, just let us know too. We also have what we call a vibration book. It's an online confidential book that it's kind of a prayer book. So all the names that you put there, you can put your name, the names of your family and friends, anybody who needs prayer or healing vibrations. And these people will be assisted by the high spirits with strength and energy that will help them face whatever problem they are facing right now. So it can be names of people that are, incarnate or discarnate too. We also, in Spiritism, we do pray for discarnates. There's no problem. Actually, it's a benefit for our discarnate family members or, friends to receive prayers too. it's helpful for them and for us. So today, without much delay, what you all are here for is to hear about the regenerative world. So this is from the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 3. There are many dwellings in my Father's house, items 16 to 19, and will be facilitated by our sister Marcelle. So as always, and here she is, but as always, if you have any comments or questions, please just put in the chat and we'll answer them. Good evening, friend.
Good evening. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Yes, New Year, new cycle.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to be here, double team with you tonight, and we'll wait and listen for the discussion you have for us today or the reflections. And I also would like to do our initial prayer too to get us started.
Yes.
I'll
Okay,
be
thank you.
next soon.
Okay, see you
Enjoy,
later.
everyone.
Good evening. Let's do our opening prayer. I invite everyone to close your eyes if you wish and feel comfortable. Um, and thanking God and His kindness. Thank God for this opportunity to be here. One more Tuesday, one more year, waiting to learn more about Jesus' teachings. Thank you for your love, your protection, and all the things you have done for us. We would like to ask your protection, your mercy, your love. And I personally ask you, God, to inspire me during this talk, and if I can, so that I can be able to transmit the message the best way I can. And please, God, help us to transform ourselves in better human being. And may we finish this talk better than when we started. We ask you to stay with us today and always. So be it. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Let's put our slide here. As Anna said, um, we will talk today about the two topics in the chapter 3 of the Gospel according to Spiritism. But before, I would like to thank you for being with us here in our first talk of the year. And I wish everyone who is watching us now or who will watch us later a happy new year with many blessings from God. And we will talk, right, as I said, the two topics, the regenerative words and the progression of words. So let's see here. To start, we brought this image here that shows like some planets. And just to explain, just to show better, a little bit better, how the world can progress, right? So as we can see in the image, and according to the previous studies that they did before the Christmas, the earth is now part of the world of trials and expiation, in which evil still prevails over good. But we must emphasize that we have already passed through the state of primitive world, as we are in constant evolution. So as the law of God is the law of progress, the earth is also part of this transition that will make it progress. So it's not the planet that will progress by itself. The people who live in the planet uh, are the ones who needs to evolve themselves. So we need to, like if we go to a school and we need to do some test in order to pass to another level. So the Earth, it's a school planet. So we are here to learn, to progress ourselves. And then let me put the other one here. So yeah, for this slide here, we can see that we are in the world of trial and expiation, and we are going towards the regenerative world. And after that, when we pass the other test, we will go to the happy world, the pure worlds. So we are in the transition world between the trial and expiation and the blissful or happy world. So this match shows that we are moving towards the regenerative world, as I said, where evil will still exist, but good will prevail over evil. In the regenerative world, human beings are less materialistic and more concerned with spiritual things and their moral evolution. So, after the regenerative world, the next stage will be the happy or pure worlds. I'm going to read the item 16 of the today's topic and then we will reflect on it. I did not put the the topic here. I'm going to read and then we're going to talk. Okay. So the 16 says, it's a message from the Saint Augustine. Okay. He brought two messages for us, and then we will reflect on this message. So the first one is, among the stars that twinkle in the blue canopy of the firmament, how many worlds there are like yours, designated by the Lord for trial and expiation. But there are also some that are more miserable and some that are better. And there are those of transition, which may be called regenerative. Each planetary vortex, moving in space around a common center, draws along with it its own worlds: primitive, exile, trial, regenerative, and blissful. We have already spoken to you of those worlds where the newborn soul is placed, when still ignorant of good and evil. It can progress toward God, Lord of itself, in possession of its free will. You have already been informed regarding the ample faculties given to the soul so that it may practice the good. But alas, there are those who succumb, and God, not desiring their annihilation, permits them to go to those worlds where, for incarnation to incarnation, they purify and regenerate themselves and return worthy of the glory that has been reserved for them. So, St. Augustine is saying here that when we were created by God, were all ignorance, simple and ignorance. And then we were placing in primitive worlds, and then we started learning how to evolve ourselves. And throughout our progress, we were placed in another level of worlds. So if we are now in the world of trial and expiation, it means that we came from a primitive worlds, like um, less evolved world, right? So and then because we are in this transition now, we need to do our best to evolve ourselves, to progress in order to be accepted to the regenerative world. So it's not grounded. Like it's not I'm when I pass away, like when I die in this world, I am going to the regenerative world. It's up to us to choose, evolve ourselves, to progress ourselves. And then we may um, be accepted by the other like evolved worlds, right? So regenerative worlds. There is still not perfect happiness, but the dawning of happiness. Compared to Earth, these worlds are very happy. Many of us would be satisfied to settle on them. Humans, they are less absorbed by material things, and this foresee the future better than us. They foresee. So human um, beings, they are still of flesh, and therefore subject to be vicissitudes from which only completely dematerialized beings are freed. These words are the calm after the storm, the convalescence after a cruel disease. So when we go like we are not like very like completely happy. It's not a pure world, but it's a better world than the one that we are now. And we are not like moving through the earth to another planet. We might like we can reincarnate in this planet here when if we deserve to be in a regenerative sorry regenerative world. Okay, so we need to do the best we can in order to progress ourselves, and then we can like progress, go to another world, like more evolved, as we said, right? So now let's see what the inhabitants of the regenerative worlds are like. So the item 17 says, let me put here, and then okay, I'm going to read the item 17. Regenerative word. This my tongue doesn't says very well this word. I'm sorry. Serves as a transition between words of expiation and words of bliss. The repentant soul finds peace and repose on them and ends up purifying itself. Of course, on such words, humans are still subject to the laws that govern matter. Their human their humanity is still experience your sensation and desires, but it's free of muddled passions that enslaves you. So in these words, the people who lives there, they're still like from flesh, right? So we have the sensations, but we don't have the material passions that enslave us in this current world that we are. Because if we lose something like material thing, we think sometimes that, oh, it's the end of the world, right? So in the regenerative world, no, we are not like, we focus more in our moral evolution, in our moral progress, not only in the material things. Okay, so on regenerative words, there is no longer the pride that renders your heart silent, that the envy that tortures it, and the hatred that suffocates it. The word love is written on every brow. A perfect equity governs social relationships, and all acknowledge God endeavoring to evolve towards Him by following His laws. So, in the regenerative words, God is known by everyone. Okay, it's not like here in this world we have a lot of people who doesn't believe in God, and we need to respect those people, especially if they are actually, we need to respect, because this is Jesus invitation to love one and another, right? So especially yeah, even the ones who doesn't believe in God, we need to respect them. But one day they will wake up to this, to the reality. They will wake up and they will believe in God. So, in the regenerative words, they believe in God, everyone there, okay? So, nonetheless, on them there is still not perfect bliss, but the dawning of happiness. Human beings, there are still of flesh, and then we said this, just said that, right? Flesh, and therefore subject of the vicissitudes from which only completely dematerialized beings are freed. There are still trials to endure, but they do not have the pungent anguish of expiation. Compared on earth, these words are very happy, and many of you would be satisfied to settle on them. For they are the calm after the storm, the convalescence after cruel disease. Was in the last slides, right? So since humans there are less absorbed by material things, they foresee the future better than you do. They comprehend the joys that the Lord promised to those who render themselves worthy. When death has once again repeat their body in order to bestow upon them true life. It is then that the delivered souls hover above the horizons. They are no longer the material and coarse sense, but the sense of a pure and celestial spirit, breathing emanations from God in aromas of love and charity that emanate from His heart. So, um, in this world, there is still trials to endure, but they do not have to pungent anguish of expiation, right? So they are still fallible. They can fall back into words of expiation where new and more fearsome trials await them. And then we need to see that it's not a perfect world, but it's much better than the one that we are now. Okay, so uh, if we want to go to another, like to a better world, we have our free will, and we need to do better choices. We need to do the best we can in order to follow Jesus' teachings, because He is our guide and model. And then when he came here, he left his all his examples, all his teachings. And if we follow them, we probably will evolve ourselves faster. Okay. So um let's see. And then in the, let me pass for the, oops, I think I passed a lot. Yeah, because this was on the text that I just read, right? So death will still exist. However, there will not be suffering related to it that exists in the world of trials and expiation. Because in this world, we, like, even if, like, we are a spiritist and we believe in reincarnation, we know that we are here is just for a certain period of time. We are here to learn, to evolve ourselves, and one day we will go to the our real life. That's the spiritual life, right? Our uh, real life. But even though if we know that we will be together in the other life, we get sad, right, when we lost someone who we love. So in this world, because um, we the people who live there are more they focus on more spiritual and moral things, not material things. The death will still exist, but they will not suffer when they lost people, because they know that they will be together. And if they do the right choice, they will evolve, and they can go to the like in a better place in the next life, right? So people will have knowledge of reincarnation and the continuity of the existence, which will not generate suffering with the loss of a loved one. Okay, so we of course we get sad, but we will not suffer like we do in this life, because we are very attached to the material things, right? So continuing, the item 18 says, but alas, on those words humans are still fallible, and the spirit of evil has not completely lost its empire, not to advance it to retreat. And if individuals are not firm on the pathway of the God, they may fall back to words of expiation where new and more fearsome trials await them. So at night, at the time of repose of prayer in prayer, contemplate that blue canopy and the enumerate spheres that shine above your heads, and ask yourselves which one lead to God. Asking Him to regenerate for a regenerative world to open up to receive you after your expiation on the earth. This says Saint Augustine. So this is very serious. It, as I said, it's not granted to us that we will go to a regenerative world. It's they say he said that if we do not like evolve, if we do not progress, we may go to another world of expiation and trial in order to learn the lessons that we missed, and then we can evolve and go to another level. So it's the choice is on our hands. It's up to us. We need to think about that. So we need to make a great effort to advance our moral progress so that we can be accepted by the regenerative world. And our progress depends solely on us, because we have free will. If we make good choices, we can evolve more quickly. But if we make bad choices, our progress will be slower. So you choose. The spirit who fail to take advantage of this opportunity to evolve into a more evolved world will be forced to reincarnate in a primitive or a trial or expiation world, where they will have to go through situations that will make them progress. Let us never forget that we are all destined to progress, is our destination. One day we will all be angels, but that depends solely on us. If you want to go faster, and the faster I say is not like you 10 years, 20 years, it can be 100 years or 1,000 years. We don't know how many reincarnations we need to have in order to become an angel, right? But it's our destiny. So the progress of worlds. Progress is one of the laws of the nature, right? So since if it is a law of God, we cannot escape it. We can delay our progress, but we can never stop it or prevent it from happening. It depends on us, and the choices is in our hand, as I just said. Um, Saint Augustine says, he continues with the message, saying that all animate and inanimate beings of creation are submitted to it by the goodness of God, who wills for everything to grow and prosper. Death, which to human appears to be the end of things, is only a means of reaching a more perfect state through transformation. Since everything dies in order to be reborn, and nothing suffers annihilation. At the same time that living being progress morally, the world they inhabit progress materially. Whoever could follow our world in its different phases from the instant in which the first atoms destined to constitute it begin to agglomerate, would see it traveling an incessantly progressive scale, but by degrees imperceptible to each generation, and offering its inhabitants a dwelling more agreeable as they themselves advance on the path of progress. So everybody, every how as he said, all animate and inanimate beings progress. So not only human beings, but even the animals, even the plants, every single being in the world progress. Okay, so we need to do our part to progress ourselves too. So he continues, thus the progress of human beings, animal, they are helpers. So all the animals are our helpers. So we need to treat them very well because they are here for a reason. Okay, plants are the forms of habitations progress in parallel. Nothing in nature remains stationary. So nothing stay like stationary. All everything that follow the progress law. Okay. So how grand this idea is, and how worthy of the magnificence of the Creator. On the other hand, how small and unworthy of the Creator's power is the idea that focuses his kindness and providence on the imperceptible grain of sand that is the earth, and restricts humankind to the few humans who inhabit it. So he says that even a little grain of sand progress. Imagine us, right? So everything, um and he continues here, like, so as we said, animals and plants progress with humankind, right? So everything in life evolves. Saint Augustine tell us in his message, as has already been said, our destiny is progress. And thank God we have the teachings of Jesus brought from Spiritism, which teaches us the best way to evolve ourselves, becoming better people, better person, learning to love, being charitable, be patient, being resilient, and strengthen our faith in the future life. So we have all the steps that we need to follow. It's up to us if we will follow or not. So, as we said, in the regenerative world, the planet's progress, nothing in nature remains stationary, and Earth will move from a world of trial and expiation to a regenerative world. We don't know when. Actually, we as I said, we are in the transition period. So we that's why we see so many things happening in the world. We see, and in his message, he says that, like, uh, if you see so many things happening, like tragedy, destructions, lots of like accidents, deaths, like big, lots of mass deaths, like lots of people together, right? Um, we see and we think, oh my gosh, what's happening? It's like if you need to reform your home, and you are leaving your home. In order to do this transformation, you will see a mess. You will see a mess first, and after, when the reform, the transformation is, and like is in the end, when you see the result, you will see, oh, it's good now. So in order to go to these regenerative words, so we need to see a lot of things that we don't understand happening, but it's all everything is following the law of God, right? So let's see. So here, the progression of words. It has arrived at one of its period of transformation, in which, from being an expiatory word, it will become a regenerative one. The human will be happy because God's law will raging on it. So the thing is, when we pass through this world and go to a more evolved world, as we said, everybody is going to follow God's law, because everybody will know Him, will know that He is the Creator, He is the merciful, He is, yeah, and He's perfect, and He created us in our way to in He created us to evolve and to progress, right? So we will be happy because everybody's going to follow His law, even though it's not, it's still a happy world. Okay. And just as everything evolves, we can see in this image the transformation of the butterfly as the comparison of our lives. uh, Suppose that, like, the first stage is when we were created and we were in a primitive world, and then we learn the lesson, and then we pass the test and we go to a more evolved world, and so on. And one day we will be in the last stage of the purest spirits. So we must always remember to make the best effort to evolve and progress, to be worthy of happier worlds. So if we want to go, it's all up on us. I cannot depend on anyone. My progress doesn't depend on anyone. It depends only on me. It's my choice, it's my life. And that's why we need to um, strengthen our faith and have God very close to us. Jesus is our model and guide, so He will show us the path to get there. I'm trying to pass and I cannot pass. Okay. So, to finalize, there is an invitation. Let's think about Jesus' invitation and work on our progress. Like, let's be prepared for this new era. Let's do our part. Let's do whatever it takes to evolve, to love, to forgive. Because if we follow the Ten Commandments, we will evolve ourselves. And then Jesus brought, like he summarized it, the Ten Commandments into love God above of all and love one another. So if you will love one another, we will not kill, we will not lie, we will not steal. So we will not do anything bad. We will only have good choices. So it's up to us. So let's get prepared for this new era if you want to go to a more evolved world. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, friend. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I love the how you ended it, inviting us to, it's nice to know about all these stages, but we need to look and see where we are and then where we want to be, right? And what we want need to do to be there. I think we have a couple of questions. So the first one from Publius says, so we can start this regenerative, it's a hard word to
It's
say,
a hard word, right?
this R that it starts regenerative word now, and even do we already still in the trial and expiations, or do we sit down and wait? So, we are in trials and expiation. We are not there yet. So we just wait, right? Stay right here, and then it will come.
Never, never. Let's work on our progress. Never sit down and wait, because the time, like, it's now, right? We need
Mhm.
to do our part now in order to be accepted there.
I know. I was remember you saying like it's not a giving. There are these words there, but it's not like you already have a pass to that one or this one. You gotta work it, right, to
Yes.
deserve to be in those because like we were talking in these previous ones, it's not like basically like a physical space there, it's
Mm,
like this and that and you jump from here there. It's like when everybody kind of changes here, the majority,
yes.
this becomes a better world. So we have to do our part, right? So it's
Mhm.
not like given or just, I love this sit down and wait. We never get anything good if we sit down and wait. Extra pounds, like a big
This, yeah, is the only thing that we get.
yes, it's never anything good. And then we have another question. So from Rodrigo Farias. So in this transition to a regenerative world, everybody loves this word today, Marceli. They are
I said, oh
making
my
us,
gosh, shame on
Kardec
me. I
is
don't know how to
okay.
pronounce the word.
I know Kardec is okay that he makes you say that word so much, but Rodrigo and Publio are also making us speak this word a lot of times. Okay, so in this transition to a regenerative world, going to happen at a particular point in time on the entire globe, or is it a slow process that might even have already started in specific places? That's a very interesting question.
Yeah, it's 100 million question, right?
They make us say hard words and answer hard questions, Marceli,
Yeah,
but you can do it. So,
yeah. Like I believe that it's already started, right? As the spiritism, like the lecture,
mhm.
no, not lecture, literacy in the,
Literature.
yeah, literature,
Uh-huh.
when spiritism says that it has started already, right? But
hmm
it's a process, it's a transition. So it doesn't start like day, night and day.
hmm
No, it's a process that takes long, long time.
hmm
And once it happens, like finally happens,
hmm
the entire globe will be a
Regenerative.
regenerative world, right?
Right.
But we can see like some places, uh, that people are more peaceful,
Mhm.
right? That people are more like faithful.
Mhm.
They try to do good
Mhm.
more than do bad, right? Do
Right.
the bad things. Yeah.
Yeah, and even different people in different regions are different, right? Sometimes
Mhm.
even the same city would have people that would be helping others where others are, just not really worried about that,
Yeah.
not awakened for that yet.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna tell you something funny. And when I started studying Spiritism and I heard about that, I was like, oh, great. We're gonna try as an expiation, we're gonna go to the word of regeneration. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep tonight or some kind of day. And when I wake up the next day,
I'll be there.
we are, yay, we got there. Are we there yet? No, no, no. Yeah, and then wake up in the word of regeneration, but it's not like that, right?
I wish.
Then people started, I was like, but come on, guys, the Spiritism is supposed to be hopeful. Where's the hope on having all this work? But the hope is exactly that, because you get there by
Yeah.
work and by your merit. But, and then, oh no, you have to work. And, it's everything also has this gradient, right? So it's
Yes.
like you explain, and it's a process. And a lot of things will happen to really during that time to make
Mhm.
this definition, right? Where we are going to be, who is going to be going to this direction, and who might actually get a ticket for, staying, going to another world, right? Is starting over, and things like that. But yeah, I wish it was like that. We go to sleep, wake up, but it's a big process, but it's such a blessing, right? That as we work on ourselves and with our environment, we have a chance to keep on progressing. And we Kardec also talks about the law of progression and everything. My mind is in the Spiritist book too, since I'm going to be talking about it at the end of the month. So, but I loved, your reflection tonight. And thank you, everybody, for, the questions and everything. And I enjoyed it, friend. I'll see you
Thank
next
you.
time.
You are very nice. Thank you so
No,
much.
it was great. Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right. So now, friends, we are going to be moving into our final prayer, so that we also will go after that to our um, spiritual treatment. So, um, the spiritual treatment will be with passes and magnetized water. And passes is a transfusion of spiritual energy that assists your physical, emotional, and mental balance. So if you already joined us, we're gonna play it. What we do, it's a guided passes. There are some different techniques, but the principle is the same. And here we do the guided passes. So if you want to have the best benefit from the treatment, being relaxed and being open to receiving the blessings from above, that is the main thing. So don't worry too much about anything else. Just follow the words in the video with your thoughts, giving it power, really feeling that, or you can just remain in prayer. We usually tell people, if they can, just close their eyes, because that helps a little bit with your focus. And the magnetized water is also part of our spiritual treatment. And remember, the water that you set aside, that water will receive healing energy for your body, for your soul, which you and your family members can benefit from. I usually have a bigger jug so that I can drink a little bit every day until the next Tuesday. So now, will be the time, if you didn't get your water, that you can have your water set aside right now. And now we're gonna go um, into our prayer. That will be also our final prayer right before the passes. So I invite all of us to close our eyes, to breathe in and out, kind of taking in all the good thoughts and the reflections, the motivation, the hope that came from the message we received today. Thanking God for our lives, for this day, for friendship, for life, for the opportunity to be here all together, for separating 1 hour of each week to work on our spiritual growth, on nurturing our souls, even though there are so many other hours that we spend on earthly commitments. In this moment, feeling nurtured, feeling whole, and feeling one with God, let's also pray for all our friends that need prayer, for everyone that is whose name is in our vibration book. May they all be blessed and helped in their most inner needs. May they be assisted in their spiritual needs, in their material needs. May they feel comforted. May they feel hopeful. May they feel strengthened to face whatever challenge and to overcome whatever challenge they might be going through right now. Jesus, thank you so much, Master. A new year, a new series of times here reflecting on your gospel according to Spiritism, reflecting on the message that Spiritism brings to our lives, gathered together, sharing time together so that we can get the strength from each other and from you, Jesus. We thank you. We ask you to bless our families, our places of work. May you stay with us and may we stay with you, Jesus, today and always. And so be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capharnaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from His love, come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, His warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust Him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Friends, with these sweet vibrations of the passes still around us in our hearts, in our spirits, is that we bid you good night. See you next week, family. Bye bye.